It's no secret to you that right now it's really hard to keep good people around. The truth is, the market is super hungry for talent. And if you've got talent, they're almost certainly being courted by other small businesses. Business Made Simple is hosting a talent management live cast on August 26th. Now, it's normally $275 to get in, but I can get you in for free. So you'll join my small group, and when you're done with the live cast, you'll have a simple action plan to prevent your talent from leaving. Not only that, the live cast will cover how to best structure compensation packages, and you'll know what your people should be paid. Add to this, the live cast is going to cover how to recruit and on ramp top talent. As you know, your employees are your biggest investment. Your business will literally grow or decline based on how you hire and whether you can keep them. So, sign up in the show notes. There's a link in the show notes. Click it and sign up. I'll follow up with you directly and get you all the information you need to join the live cast on August 26th. You're listening to the Daily Business Podcast with your business coach, Mitch Alverson. This is the place for daily coaching because when you have a coach, you get better results. Hey guys, Mitch here. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing well. I hope your weekend was good. Hey, so we've all been in a negotiation where we want something just a little too much. And when that happens to us, we start to make bad decisions in the negotiation, and we wind up in a really bad spot, right? So when you find yourself really emotionally hooked in any kind of relationship, it happens, right, with relationship, in any kind of negotiation. It happens in relationships, but whether we're talking about a car or a house or a real estate deal or a job, it happens to us. We have certain needs and desires and wants, and we put a little too much sometimes into those things, and we wind up really in a bad spot when it comes to negotiating. And so how do we even tackle this thing? Well, it's smart, right? A good negotiator will diversify opportunities before we get emotionally hooked. And so how do we do that? Well, we just make sure all of our options are a bit open, right? Don tells a great story in the book, a personal story about him wanting to buy the house next to his house with the plan of tearing that house down, building, their dream house, and then keeping his current house as a guest house. He and Betsy entertain a lot of folks. It's kind of part of their mission for their marriage to just entertain people, pour into them, love on them. And so Don thought that was a great plan. And he said that as he was negotiating, the neighbor just wanted way too much money for the house. And Don, said he could, in the evenings, he would be walking around in the backyard and just be picturing his dream house next door and all the cool things they could do with, if they were able to get the house. And so there were many times he wanted to just call the guy up and say, okay, I'll pay your price. But he didn't. He kind of backed off that deal because of something he had been taught in a negotiation class. He called his real estate agent and he said, hey, remember that property? There was a property they had wanted to purchase, like 15 acres. And in the past, he couldn't really afford it, so he didn't bid on it. Well, they bid on the 15 acres as another option to buying the neighbor's house. And long story short, they wound up getting the 15 acres for like 2/3 of the asking price. And now today, Don and Betsy have built this beautiful place called Goose Hill, where they will entertain lots and lots of people. So the key to this whole thing is that don't get emotionally hooked in your negotiations. And when you find that you are, if you're wanting something a little too much, that you're going to pay too much or get into something that you really, there's something in your gut telling you this is not going to be good for me long term, then you need to diversify your opportunities, back off that deal and say, what else is available to me right now? So guys and gals, if you need to, go pick up this book, Business Made Simple. Today we've been talking out of the chapter on negotiation made simple, which is chapter 9. Go get the book on Amazon. And you can go back and listen to all the previous episodes of this podcast where I've gone through each and every entry in the book, Business Made Simple. Thanks. Have a great Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Here's a sales answer from the Little Red Book of Sales Answers by Jeffrey Gitomer. Where should I network? Network where your customers go. It's likely you'll find more prospects there, just like them. And your customers are right there to be testimonials for you. Networking in high probability environments is an answer, but not the answer. Networking is a matter of choice. All I am asking you to do is make a smart one, and then show up prepared to do business. Final answer. If you're looking for the answer, it's having a networking plan that includes about 10 hours a week. It can be a business group, it can be a trade association meeting, it can be a ball game, it can be the theater, it can be an exercise group, it can be a gallery crawl, it can be a charity event. I've met some of my best prospective customers running road races. At 7 a.m. before a 10K event, everyone pretty much looks like everyone else. No suits, no gatekeepers, just people trying to beat their personal best. And at the end of the race, people are willing to talk about anything. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson. If you got time, please subscribe to the podcast and consider rating and reviewing the show. That way, other people will find us. By the way, I really love to hear from you guys, so please email me at mitch@3advisors.org with your feedback or questions. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson.